right. Tonight's topic, slavery. Nah, on some real shit though. We gotta get out our own heads because a lot of times we'll tell ourselves, we can't do something. I feel like we can't do something, and really, the mental that's the major part of the battle. The mental is more, it's the mental is a bigger part of the battle than the physical part. And we'll sit up here and tell ourselves before we're ever trying to do anything that we can't do it, that we can't do it, that we can't do it. And we be so up in our own head that we don't even realize, we shortcutting ourselves, not realizing what all we could accomplish, what all we could do, what all we can make happen for ourselves, because we tell ourselves in our head that we can't do it. We tell ourselves that, we can't accomplish it. We can't, get some shit done. And that'll mess us up. It'll throw everything off with us. Oh, damn, that look way better. But we'll sit up and tell ourselves we can accomplish something, knowing we can, I ain't gonna say knowing we can, but we'll take ourselves out of that shit mentally before we ever physically try. And that'd be bad, bro. That shit ain't good for you. You gotta get out your mind and get in your body. You gotta get out your head and start living physically. When you wake up in the morning, a good example, we'll tell ourselves we don't feel like getting up, we don't feel like moving, we don't feel like doing something. Shit, we done already lost. We probably not even gonna move. If you just, when you open your eyes, get out the bed. As soon as you wake up, get out the bed. Don't think about it, just do it. Don't allow yourself to have no thoughts before you take action. Just do it. Now, certain situations do need discernment. Sometimes you do need to think, but at the same time, if it's something you're trying to work towards, some type of goal you're trying to accomplish, just do it. Don't think about it. Just, do it. Don't wait. Don't try to wait for a perfect moment, because it ain't no perfect moment. The perfect moment is not. That's close to a perfect moment as it's going to get. Just get out your head, get in your body, get out your mind, and do it. Stop letting your mental take over, Stop losing the mental battles. Stop letting your mind win before you give your body a chance. Fight back. Do it. Just do it. Get up and do it, bro. Get up and make it happen. The shit, what you vision for yourself 2, 3, 4, 5 years from now, damn, that's crazy. What you vision, in the not distant future, but what you vision for yourself, in your future, what type of life you envision for yourself, what type of things you have planned out for your life and all that. It'll never come to fruition if you don't just get up and do it, if you don't go make it happen. And you'll never know what you are and aren't good at if you never try. You know what I mean? Life, we got to take risks. If you don't take no risks, how can you, yeah. If you don't take no risks, how you gonna ever, reach anything, accomplish anything? You got to take risks. And taking risks, damn, my shoulder. But taking risks is a part of being big. If you don't take no risk, you got to take a risk on yourself. First off, you got to take a risk on yourself, bro. You got to take a risk on you as a person. You got to take that risk. You got to be willing to risk it. And have passion. You need some type of passion, some type of drive. A lot of people rely on motivation, like 3 a.m. motivation. That 3 a.m. motivation, when you get up and you randomly want to bust out some push-ups, you randomly want, get to working on yourself, trying to fix yourself. That 3 a.m. shit, that's not always there. And you obviously didn't realize that 3 a.m. motivation ain't always going to be there, because you don't get that 3 a.m. motivation every single night. You might get it one night out of the month. You might get it one night out of the week. You might get it multiple times a month or multiple times a week, but you don't have it every single night. And that's where you got to build habits of discipline. That's where you got to build habits of consistency. That's where you allow your determination to take over. You allow, your goals, and you determined to reach what you want. You being determined to reach something in life. That's where you allow that to take over. That's where you allow that to, get you. Not get you, but that's where you allow that determination, consistency and discipline to run you. That's what you should run off of, not motivation. Because motivation come and go. Motivation is here. One day it's here, the next day it's not. And if you're going to wait till you motivated to do something, you ain't never going to get nothing done. Because you might only be, like I just said, you might only be motivated one day throughout the week, bro. You might only be motivated to do something one day throughout the week. That's 52 times in a year, where somebody else working 360. They doing this 365 times in a year. Who you think gonna get that faster, you or the one that's working that day? They gonna get there before you, because they putting the work in. Even if, you might not have the time, but you got time to work towards something. You might not have the time to do exactly what it is you're trying to do, but you got time to do something that can help you work towards your goals, work towards reaching where you're trying to be, bro. Damn. But don't rely on motivation. Don't rely on, being motivated to get up and go do something. If you know you got something that need to be done, you know you should be doing this to work towards that goal, go do it. Go make it happen. Go, you want better for yourself. You gotta want better for yourself. You gotta want better for yourself to be able to achieve anything in the first place. You'll never achieve nothing. I ain't gonna say you'll never achieve nothing, but it's gonna be hard for you to achieve anything for real if you're not putting the work in, if you're not actively trying, bro. And trying comes with failure, but we can't perceive failure as failing. We can't look at failure as us failing. You gotta look at failure as something to learn from, be able to learn from, be able to take what happened and learn from it. Every situation, whether it's good or bad, you should take and learn from it. Learn what to do and learn what not to do. Learn what will work, what won't work. Learn what's good and what's bad, what's helpful and what's not, what's harmful and what's not. Just work. You gotta work. You'll never know whether it's good or bad, whether it'll work or not, if you don't try, if you don't sit up there and, actively try, actively do it. You gotta just do it, bro. You gotta just get up and go work. You gotta get up and make it happen. I can't expect gains in the gym if I'm only working out once a week, even if it is a full body workout. You know how long it's gonna take me to get from doing one plate, 135, to 225 if I'm only working out 52 times a year rather than 4 or 5 days a week. 52 times a year. If I'm only working out once a week for the whole year, that's only 52 times, but I'm working 4 or 5 times a week. Shit, that's like 200, 250, some shit like that. Something like 250 times, 200 to 250 times I'm working out. I'm going to reach my goal faster if I'm working out 200 times a year versus 52 times a year. That's 4 to 5 times as much. We got to constantly be putting the work in. You got to allow yourself rest days, because without rest, there's no recovery. And if you can't recover, you can't perform at your peak. You got to give yourself time to rest and recover. But in that rest and recovery is other things you could be doing. There's other stuff you could be doing while resting. Things that don't require as much physical labor, or things that might not require a lot of mental labor or mental work. It's things you could be getting accomplished, little small steps you could be taking, working on yourself, self-reflecting, trying to get better, trying to grow, trying to change your mindset. That's not hard on you mentally, but you got to be willing to take... Excuse me. You got to be willing to take accountability. You got to be willing to actually reflect on yourself and hold yourself accountable for your own wrongdoings. Hold yourself accountable for what you were wrong. Hold yourself accountable for the things that you allowed to slide, that you shouldn't have, the things that, put you in a situation where you at. And it's not always our fault that we end up. It's not always our fault for our situation, but you damn sure could do something to change it. You damn sure. You have the power to change your situation. You have the power to get yourself up out of that. And it might not be right now that you're able to get yourself up out of that, but just keep working. Keep working, bro. As long as you keep working, it'll all work out. As long as you stay consistent, stay disciplined, remain determined, work every day like it's your last. If you was to pass today, would you be satisfied with what you did today? If you was to die today, would you be satisfied with what you accomplished today? Would you be satisfied with the person you've been so far? Would you be satisfied with where you've gotten yourself so far? And if you can't say yes to that, then you obviously got some work to put in. I can't say yes to that because I got work to put in. I wouldn't be happy with if I passed today. I wouldn't be happy with who I am. I wouldn't feel accomplished. I wouldn't feel like I have anything done. Now, lately I've been working. Lately I've been putting work in, trying to get back on track, trying to get my life right, trying to get things that I want, trying to, put in the, what's it called? Can't remember the word, but trying to put in the work today so I can not receive my results tomorrow. If I put in the work today, I'm not going to receive my results tomorrow. But I definitely see a difference in who I am October 1st, 2024 versus October 1st, 2025. I'll be two completely different people. And if I could self-reflect and say, me today is better than me yesterday, who I am now is better than who I was 2 hours ago, then I'm doing something. I'm doing some type of work. I'm working. I'm accomplishing stuff. Now, I might not feel accomplished because I ain't got to where I want to be, but I'm working towards it. I'm putting the work in. I'm trying to make it happen for myself. I'm trying to do it. I'm trying to be better. I got to keep constantly putting work in. Got to keep constantly doing it. Even if I'm not getting no results out of it, keep working. It's all going to work out. It's all going to happen. Stay consistent. Set a plan for yourself. Set a goal for yourself. Set a goal for yourself. But you got to understand, a goal without a plan don't really mean shit. If you got a goal for yourself, you trying to set a goal and reach something, if you don't have a plan to get there, then you ain't doing shit. You really ain't, you might as well be planning to fail. What's the saying? It's a saying, failing to plan is basically planning to fail. And if you fail to come up with a plan for how you trying to work towards something, how you trying to get there, how you trying to achieve all these things, then you basically planning to fail, planning to not get nothing done. You can't just, wing it. But you got to start. You got to start. You can't just sit there, lounge around either until you come up with the perfect plan or trying to come up with a perfect plan. Be working. You working should be you coming up with a perfect plan. While you working, you should be coming up with the plan. Because while you working, you're going to learn some things. You're going to learn new things, and you can apply that to the old knowledge, or you can apply it to upcoming situations and things like that. So you got to continue working, bro. Continue putting work in. Continue trying to be better. Continue bettering yourself. Continue growing. It's about being 1% better every day. About being 1% better today than who you was yesterday. The only person I should be competing with is myself. I'm competing with me from yesterday. I'm trying to be able to I'm trying to be able to be better than him. My goal today is to be better than who I was yesterday. Growing 1% every day. Being better than myself 1% every day. I don't have to, shoot for big gains. I don't have to do a whole 180 in a day. Eventually that 180 will come around. Eventually. As long as I'm being 1% better every day. I'm going to be 100% better than who I was October 1st, 2024. I'm going to be 100% better. If I'm getting 1% every day, I'm going to be 100% better in 100 days. 150% better in 150 days. But it's all about being 1% better than who I was yesterday. Just keep growing every day. Keep getting better every day. Keep working every day. And it'll work out for you. I'm teaching myself that now. The gym, I ain't gonna lie, bro. The gym is a great teacher because it'll teach you a lot. It'll teach you a lot of things. Like small wins lead to big gains. Small add-ons, little things. Over time, they add up and you'll see big differences. Example, if I'm constantly adding 2.5 pound weight to each side every week, if I'm constantly adding that to my bench every week, yeah, it might look like I ain't really going up, but shit, what's 4 divided by 2.5? After about 20 weeks, something like 20 weeks. I wouldn't even say 20 weeks. I can move up. I ain't gonna say I can't move up faster than that, but your goal should be to move up 5 pounds a week. You might move up 10 pounds in a week. And your progress going faster. Eventually, if I keep adding that 2.5 on every week, I keep working myself a little bit harder every week. I keep working myself pushing myself a little more every week. That little small 2.5 wins eventually is gonna add up to me having a whole nother plate on in a few months. But I gotta keep working every day. I gotta stay consistent. I gotta keep trying to push. I gotta keep pushing myself every day. I gotta keep going at it. Stay disciplined with it. Even if I don't feel like it, even if I ain't feeling it, keep working myself. Don't allow myself to fall back into old habits. I can't allow myself to fall back into old ways. I can't allow myself to fall back into doing the things that I was doing when I was unproductive, when I wasn't getting better. I got to keep working to get better every day. And even if I'm at a point, like I'm at a stalemate, I got to keep working. I might not be moving forward, but I can't allow myself to move back. That's the last thing you want. Because now you got to double work. You got to do the work you already did before, and you got to make up for that. So I ain't gonna say fell behind, but you done kind of dropped off a little bit, bro. You got to go back and put that same work in and then continue working towards your goal. And it's going to feel, it's harder because it's like, I done been here already. I know I can do this. I done did it before. Why? You know, you start to get in your own head. You start to get in your mental. But you got to get out your mind and get in your body. You got to get out your mind and get in your body. You got to keep working every day. Keep going at it every day. Keep pushing every day. And it'll all work out. Stay consistent. Do it every day. Day in, day out. Allow yourself time to rest. Allow yourself time to recover. But stay consistent. Make a schedule. Abide by that schedule. Don't allow yourself to fall off. Don't allow yourself to fall back into old ways. Don't allow yourself to do things that you know wasn't good for you, that you know wasn't getting you nowhere, that you know wasn't bringing you any type of gain. And everything don't have to be about gaining something, but don't put yourself in a situation where you losing. Don't put yourself in a situation where you getting took from. If you can't gain, don't allow yourself to lose. If you stuck, don't allow yourself to fall back, because you'll lose progress. And you'll fall out that mindset. You'll fall out of all that. Don't put yourself back in situations, where you constantly distracted. Don't put yourself around people who are constantly distracting you. Why am I don't know, bro. You gotta want it. You gotta want to get it. If you know it's not good for you, you need to have enough guts in you to stand up for yourself and cut it off. Whether it be friendships, whether it be family, whether it be social media, the partying, drinking, smoking, all that. I'm a victim of all that shit myself, so I can say, don't let those things take over you. Don't become a victim to all of that. Don't become a victim to everything that you got going on. Be stronger than your situation. Be more powerful than your situation. Take control of it. And trust that God gonna lead you through. Just all he waiting on you to do, all God waiting on you to do is take that first step. He'll reveal you the first step. And you trying to see, you so focused on what's the 30th or 40th step that you looking over the first step. But it's not for you to see the 40th step. You can see where you're going, but you don't know how you're gonna get there. You just gotta walk. You gotta take that step, take that leap of faith, work, take that risk. But it's not, he'll provide a vision for you on where your second step is to go. Even if it's in the direction, you might have planned for something else, but that ain't God's plan. God showed you the vision. He showed you where he wants you to be. He showed you how he wants you to live. It's on you to take those steps to get there. He'll reveal them step by step, but you got to trust that he's going to reveal the next step when you take that step. When you take your first step, you got to trust that he's going to reveal the second. And then trust again that he's going to reveal the third. And eventually, you fall in a habit. It becomes a habit. It becomes second nature for you to just trust him, and you constantly step and you moving forward. Your progress coming like crazy. But you got to be willing to take that first step. If you don't take that first step, how will you ever reach the 30th? How will you ever reach the 40th step? You won't, because you never take that first one. You got to take that first step. You gotta want it, bro. You gotta want to get there. At some point, at some point you get fed up. At some point you get tired of that shit. Tired of being in the same situation. Tired of being where you at. Tired of not having what you want. And you gotta work. Just work towards it, bro. Be patient. Grind every day. Work every day. Put the work in every day. And trust that it'll happen. Believe in yourself. You gotta believe. You actually gotta believe that it'll happen. Because if you don't believe that it'll happen, then you're not gonna make it happen. Because you're not working like you believe it. And if you're not working like you believe it, you're not really working. If you're not working like you actually want it to happen, you're not really working. Just work every day. Be dedicated every day. Try to keep your same. Remain determined. Even if you don't feel like it, remain determined to make it happen. You gotta remain determined. That'll help with your dedication. That'll help with your focus. That'll help with your discipline. That'll help with you being consistent because you're determined to make it happen. And you ain't gonna let nothing stop you, whether it be a sickness, whether it be a passing or whatever, whether it be, something physical. Keep working. Keep putting the work in every day. And you'll see results eventually. You'll see results eventually. It's all gonna work out for you, bro. You gotta trust God and believe that He'll make it happen. You gotta believe that you're capable of doing what God has planned for you. Because if you don't believe that you're capable of doing what He has planned for you, then you won't be able to touch what He has planned for you. You won't be able to see what He has planned for you. Get out your mind. Get in your body. Get out your head. Live in the real world. Stop. A lot of us get caught up in social media and the things social media got going on, all the news on social media, all the distractions from social media. Get off of it. Go ghost. Disappear. Do it for yourself. Do it for your kids. Do it for your family. Do it for whoever. Most importantly, do it for yourself. But you got the power to make it happen, my dude. You got the power to make it happen. You just got to be willing to put the work in. And if you're not willing to put the work in, do you really want what you say you want? Are you really trying to achieve what you say you want? Are you really trying to touch those goals? Or is that just a facade? Is that something, you forever let them be dreams? You don't want to turn your dreams into reality. You ain't trying to make it happen. You can't lay around every day expecting it to happen. You can't lay around every day expecting something to just work out. And a key factor in growth is self-reflection, daily self-reflection. Being able to look at what you did today and realize where you went wrong. Being able to look at what you did today and realize where what you did good. Being able to self-reflect and actually hold yourself accountable for all the things that you got done, for your situation, for where you at. You got to be able to hold yourself accountable. You got to be able to self-reflect daily. If you can't self-reflect, I don't know what to tell you, bro. If you can't reflect on yourself, then you can't grow. If you can't sit up there and hold yourself accountable for where you at, hold yourself accountable for your situation, hold yourself accountable for, where you at in life right now, bro, man, you'll never grow. You'll never reach where you want to be because you're not able to self-reflect. You're not able to look at yourself in the mirror and tell you where you went wrong. Tell yourself where you went wrong. Tell yourself that you fucked up because none of us perfect, bro. Everybody fuck up. You got to be willing to admit that to yourself. And not just tell it to yourself, be like, yeah, I fucked up. But be willing to admit that to yourself and get on your own ass. Get on your ass. Get on yourself. Chew yourself out. Nobody got you how you got you. Nobody got your back how you got your back. You gotta have yourself, bro. Man, I'm not that light. This camera make me look white as hell. I'm not that light, bro. I ain't gonna say this camera. This shit make me look bright as fuck. I ain't that bright. But you gotta be able to reflect, bro. You gotta be able to look at yourself in the mirror and be real with yourself. Not fake it. Not tell yourself who you want to be, because you're not who you want to be. If you were who you wanted to be, then you wouldn't be wanting to be that. You would be that. You would already be living that. You would already be there. So you gotta reflect. You gotta be able to reflect. Look at yourself in the mirror and tell yourself right from wrong. You gotta be able to discern, what is good for you and what's not good for you. And that discernment is growing over time. It's learned over time. You're able to, pick up on things over time. You'll be able to pick up on certain things faster, certain little shit faster. Learn what's good for you and learn what's not good for you faster. Go about it different ways. Just be better overall. But you gotta want it. You gotta want it. You gotta want to make it happen. You gotta want to do it. You gotta be willing to work, bro. If you ain't willing to work, you can't do nothing. You gotta want it for yourself. If nobody else, you gotta want it for yourself. You gotta want better for yourself. If you don't want better for yourself, you'll never better yourself. You gotta get yourself. Eventually, it gets to a point where you get tired. I'm reiterating this because it's important. You get to a point where you're tired of what you got going on, and you know you can make it better. You know you have the power to make it better. But are you willing to put the work in to make it better? It could be stressful. It could be hard. But you'll appreciate yourself 2-3 years from now. You'll appreciate what you did for yourself 2-3 years from now. You just got to be willing to work. Got to be willing to be better, do better, push yourself. I don't know, man. That's just my little TED talk for the night. Love y'all boys, man. Allow yourself to be great. Allow yourselves to be great. Allow yourself to grow. Allow yourself to, you gotta, and make sure you pat yourself on the back. Make sure you pat yourself on the back, because you're great. You're doing great. You're doing great. You're doing great. I'm not even gonna say that. You're doing great. Keep working. Stay consistent. Stay disciplined. Keep that same determination you got now. And I promise you'll appreciate yourself a year from now. I promise.